What's up everyone? I'll be covering some quick install tips for the Stillen grounding kit on the 350Z, as well as a quick review. Stillen does send instructions with the grounding kit, but it's like following directions for a map when you don't know where the start point is, more or less. So more or less here I've got like these are the this is just the images of the actual wires that you'll be installing. Number one goes over here. You have to remove the intake. You install the terminal at the factory grounding point, and you know, the rest is straightforward. The directions are accurate there. The short end goes there. I installed it there on the upper plenum because the brass part that it mentions, it must have been removed from my 350Z. Probably part is the part of the Pathfinder cooling mod I've got on here. And then the longer section goes up front here. The second one is like the see it on here. It's actually like that Z shape. It's harness 2. Starts on the battery, goes to the factory grounding point there. You'll have to remove that that sensor there. Like, there's no way around it. You have to remove that to get to it. And then it goes to the upper plenum, and then to that mounting point up on the front cover. The last part of the kit is the simplest. It just goes from the top of the upper plenum and comes with all kinds of extra length. It just, you know, mounts right in there. It's such a simple install, and yet the directions are just vague. It's tripe. It's useless. So yeah, that's, you know, those are my tips on a install. As for an actual review of the product, if you search on my350z.com, you'll see lots of really old dynos showing slight gains. Whether or not those gains are within the margin of error of the dyno itself is a matter of debate. Any argument made, you know, for gains on the dyno would be, you know, insufficient grounding from the factory, as well as corrosion over time. And now that my Z is 15 years old, it wouldn't hurt to have a grounding kit just as a redundancy, as well as like restoring the OEM performance. What I have noticed is that the idle is somewhat smoother. I've got a clip right here. As far as driving it goes, it has smoothed out the rev slightly. There's this X factor that's really hard to pin down. Like, it feels more fine-tuned, like the engine as a whole. But overall, whether or not you go this route with your car, with your build, that's all up to you. If you want, if it's a no fringe build and you're, you know, you're trying to get as many NA gains, if you're desperate for NA gains, then, you know, this is definitely something I'd recommend installing. Whether or not you'd actually see gains on the dyno, you know, I'm skeptical of any gains there, but it's something I thought I'd do just for redundancy's sake.